Before we start rendering, let's set up our correct ACES color space. We are going to use the ACES color space for all of our rendering in the entire course. So if we open up the Google search page, here we have the ACES color space, and here this green line shows the ACES color space. So it's a much wider color gamut compared to the Rec 709 or sRGB, and this is the color space that we are going to use for all of our rendering. And if we go into the Houdini helps document, so if I go into the help and let's enable the contents, open that, and here we have the Houdini help page. Let's scroll down and let's go into the pyro section, and in here let's click shading and rendering, and in here we have the guide to set up the ACES using the OpenColor.io. Okay, and here we have the first, we need to download the OpenColor.io config file. So here we have the GitHub link. So let's copy this link address, okay, and here we have the render. So this one we have the rendered without the ACES color space, and that is we have the render with the ACES color space enabled. And right away here, as you can see, we have a much richer colors. Okay, so let's go into the Chrome, and here we have the link to the GitHub for the ACES color space. Let's click on this code and download this as a zip. Okay, so once you have downloaded, here I have downloaded the OpenColor.io config files, and here we have the different ACES versions, and let's use the ACES 1.2 because that is the latest version of the ACES. So let's copy this ACES folder, and I'm copying this folder into my C drive. So here we are in the C drive, and here I have created a folder named ACES, and inside I have the ACES 1.2 folder. Let's double click, and here we have the config.ocio. So this is the file that we are interested in. So let's set up our ACES. Let me minimize, and let's go into our system setting, and into the system setting let's search for the environment variable, edit system environment variable, and let's click on the environment variables, and in here let's create a new variable. Click on this new, and let's name our variable name to OCIO. So it should be written in capital OCIO. Okay, and here on to the variable value, let's browse our file, and let's go into the directory where we have stored our ACES. So in my case I have C in ACES 1.2, and we have the file config.ocio. Let's open that and press OK to create an OCIO variable. I already have created my OCIO variable. Okay, press OK, and let me close that. Let me close the system setting, and let me close my ACES folder as well. And once you have created an environment variable, restart the Houdini to load the ACES color profile. And to check if you have the ACES enabled, let's come over here where it says perspective, click on it, and let's enable the correction toolbar. And down here we have the ACES color profile enabled. Okay, and the output transform is set to sRGB. We can change this to log, or we can change this to raw, and we have lots of different output transform. Let's keep it sRGB. Okay, so now that you have set up ACES, in the next lesson let's set up our material and render our crystals. Okay,